Hi guys, welcome back to Flat a Day. It is Flat a Day with your host. Today I'm Martin Bombartin, sticker outing from farting. Don't ask where that derived from, but it's a thing. It's good to see you all, guys. Happy vibes. And let's live life large and enjoy ourselves, shall we, while we live? Forget about worldly things. It's all bollocks anyway, isn't it? And I'm going to take you on a roller coaster ride. This is going to be fantastic. There's going to be a lot in this post of fabulous pictures and give you a lot to think about. I'm going to massage your brains so that you can think. Okay? How's that sound? So let's welcome a few of you in. We see we've got the beautiful Joe in, my friends. Let's have a look. We've got Squirrel Sniper, who's flat smacking on a biblical level. And we've got Joe. I'm going to do some more flat earth videos. Quite like them. I've been doing it for 10 years. So Squirrel Sniper, and we got Joe, who is there. And we got Hippie Shake, a resident moderator from Tenby, who's Welsh, just like me. Boroda to you all. Live and direct from fabulous Cardiff. Reality Elevator, good to see you. I'm higher. I'm saying higher to your hello. Although that's a hello, which is not too bad. And Donna's in the house. Good to see you. My Brian is on. Good. You're going to need it on. So, yeah. Now, I know you've probably seen 1,000 videos out there in YouTube of guessing who the powers that should not be are. But it's YouTube. And it's the internet. So no one's going to really tell you what's going on. Hiya, Beth. Good to see you, lovely. What that? Got the Welsh posse in. Not really. And it is because it would be hard pill to swallow. And not everyone would like it. And it's fantastical. Now, I've been here quite a while in this realm, guys. And I'm guessing not to go on about myself at all too much, as I told myself not to. I have a gift, like a special ability, rare, sought after, and it is in the realms of, I'm guessing you could say, clairvoyancy, mysticism. There's loads of words for what I am, apart from a pattern recognition savant. There's loads of words for what I am, but it's rare. And I have seen, and I don't really care, really, if anyone doesn't believe me, but I know what I've seen with my own eyes. And I'm a really rational, logical thinking human being and not really bound to just fanciful whims, guys, okay? I deal with, I'm guessing, objective reality, really, even though I'm talking about spiritual topics, but I have seen stuff in this realm. And I do think that myself and a lot of other people are probably thinking they're living their life, but really they're in an experiment. Have you ever heard of changelings? Changelings. Well, I think they're pretty more common than we're led to believe. And I think there are others amongst us, as spooky as it may seem. They look like us, they act like us, but not really. I have seen them. I'm, not that I'm a purveyor in reptilians or shapeshifters at all, but I have seen people in this realm that have really, the resonation on them, the way that their frequency goes, I'm like, they're not like the rest of us. Just that frequency thing. They can look like us, but the frequency definitely is not like us. And I've seen quite a few people in this realm like that. So what I'm going to get to, guys, is do thinking for yourself. I'm going to show you a load of images, get, just a narrative, and have a think about what was really going on, okay? Because the Who song, who are they? And then you got the Who, the World Health Organization, that tells everybody to do things, and everybody seemingly does. So who the fuck are they? Who runs all the corporations? Who are the puppet masters behind the government? Now, I know you sit there and you think to yourself that the American government and Donald Trump and the royal family and the British government are all powerful, but they're not. Okay, they're just actors on the world stage working for another entity, a shadow government, I guess you could call it. A government that has all of the subsidiaries like BlackRock and Serco and all of the other things that have just shit out of nowhere. This concern is where the Americans and the British give all of their money to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, for what? Where does all that fucking money go? Where's it all filtered to? They can't spend all of that in a 10 million lifetime, so it's not going there. Black projects off ponds, getting themselves ready, possibly. They are building a lot, but the stuff is very temporary. But I do feel this strongly, which is really weird. There's a new world coming, and it's going to shock us all to the core, whether we are or not. And if it's that technocracy that they're talking about, where if you think that you're free now, you'd be wishing you were this free. We cannot let this happen, guys, okay? Don't think Donald Trump is going to be, I think he's the last president. I think the Pope's the last Pope. I think Starmer is probably the last Prime Minister. They're not going to need him anymore. They've shown their colours. Now, the shadow government, whatever you want to call them, is not what you think it is. Now, I can assure you, like I said, I'm not trying to make people believe what I've seen in my life, but I can honestly say there are entities in this place that are not human, and I have seen them. I've seen them a lot up until a certain age, like all day long. And I still sort of do, but I'm on lockdown, limited for some reason. I don't know if I've done it to myself. I've got a feeling I have. But my abilities, as I've reached a certain age, I've noticed, and others maybe, are more like a superpower. And I also, in the frame of mind, also, while I'm talking, is that I am constantly watched. Nothing that I think, nothing that I feel goes without scrutiny. And I mean, this has been ongoing my entire life, more so now because I'm dropping truth bombs. And the truth bombs that I'm going to bring to humanity literally will be changing the paradigm. So I've got a specific thing, God-given, if you like, that I have to do here. And most people, we learned in 2020, will just fuck everyone else over, switch a rooney, and jump on the dark side, just like that. Just because they, rather than fight for their brothers and sisters in the last great battle of freedom and liberty and everything that we love and hold true, which is going to be ripped away from everybody if we're not careful. And that place, let me tell you, you do not want to go there. Okay, you were going to pray for this freedom that we have now, even though we're not free. That is where they have us. Okay, that is where they're going towards. And I can assure you guys, we cannot let this happen. Now, I think there's an undercurrent in the spiritual awakening that is telling us that a reset of the type, and I'm not talking about the destruction of the world, although some of it will happen. Okay, I'm talking about a completely different paradigm. Been here before. What is happening is there's a birth of the old administration. It's showing its colors, to us, guys. How can all of the countries, like the main players in the world, like Germany, Britain, America, other countries like this, all just suddenly go crazy Marxist? How the fuck did that happen? I mean, communist dictatorship. How could that have slipped under the radar without anyone noticing? Now, I'm not a great believer that there is such a thing as democracy. The word has demon in it, by the way. But everybody has gone into splinter cell sects, cults, and other sort of comfort blankets to give you a way to feel comforted and hide from who you truly are. And who you truly are is a divine entity. And that is the other thing, see, guys, is once you realize the flat earth certainly brings that to you, is that we're divine and beautiful, human beings. And when these people, if they are faced with this, it goes to shit. It falls apart on them. I've seen them literally, people on the dark side just literally go to shit in my presence. Happens like more than you would imagine. Because you can't hide from me, you see. I'm going to see all your shit. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I've done all that shit. Because I've done 100 lifetimes, guys, in one. I have. Okay, I've done possibly everything that you could think of in this lifetime, and I have. Okay? And so I can see, and I know how people tick, and I'm careful. And I knew when I was in school how quick people turn. So when I come into the Truther community, I realized that it was like-minded people, people you could trust, you know, loyal people, but not in the way of like, oh, we all got to stick together in a cult, in a family, and fucking anybody who disagrees with us will just fucking banish them or extradite them. I don't roll like that. I don't do that shit. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know, as long as it's not hateful or against any particular race or anything, because I'm just not going to do that, guys. Okay, I'm not going to put any bad intent into anything that happens on this channel. Okay, guys, this is a channel of love, unconditional love and compassion. People don't like that. It's just a fucking shit. That's the way we roll here. And that is the way we're going to get to the biggest truths that there is. And this is one of them. Now, there is a power that runs Washington, D.C. You can finger point. People will say, tiny hats, Freemasons, Jesuits, or the usual suspects. Now, I understand about scapegoats because I've been one my entire life, and now the flat earthers are the biggest scapegoats in the world. Oh, yeah. Soon as there was such a thing as a COVID or a vaccine denier, then fucking flat earthers. Then flat earthers, then flat earthers. They just instantly scapegoated the flat earthers. Have you noticed that? Why do you think that is? And now they're supposed to do this Artemis shitty, stupid fucking thing that they've done, sending people to the moon. It's like the whole of society is on its fucking ass and crumbling. Have you seen the streets of Germany? Oh my God, help us all. 2 world wars to protect all of that society. And guess what happened? Never held on to it. This concern that is ruling us, okay, it hates us. It is literally only existing off of our energy. And if we give it our energy, it lives. And I can promise you, if you cut off that chi energy to that entity, it will shrivel up and it will fucking die. I promise you that's the case. We are feeding them entities. They're, okay? And as soon, okay, as you draw into a portal of PSYOP, mind control, MK Ultra, which is abound on the internet, okay, and you're lost, it takes you away from what you're supposed to be doing, you guys. And I've got to tell you guys, it is to get ready for the new us. And we're going to be, ego's not going to come into it, want is not going to come into it. We're going to be just born into abundance, but we're not going to want the things we wanted before. We're not going to be geared that way. It's back to the woods for us, guys. That's where we're going, where we belong, where we've always belonged, with nature, away from cities. That's where we're going, okay? And it's coming, and I can feel it. I can feel the undercurrent of the spiritual awakening, driving momentum. I can feel it, the quickening they call it, and everyone, people in Australia, New Zealand, everywhere in the world saying and feeling the same emotion, the excitement, the anticipation of a changing realm for us. Because I can promise you, I don't think for a second that these fuckers are going to be able to keep it going. The shit show is crumbling, it's coming undone. Nobody's buying it anymore. We don't give a fuck about space. We don't give a fuck about them. Governments, taxes, royalty, all of it is just bollocks. Listen, guys, if we're left to our own devices, we can just get on absolutely fine. We won't have crime and all of that to worry about, okay? Because they will be not needing to fucking steal because they'll have what they need. People with crumbling addictions and all of that, they can be helped. They can be cured. Nice ayahuasca, of course, will cure that. There are ways to purify this place and make it better again. I can see it clearly, but they got to go. All of the world governments got to go. All the dictatorships have got to go. All of this has to go before this terrible technocracy society falls upon us, and then we will not be able to live beyond it unless we all run away to the woods and we all got money, we all help one another out and growing shit. They won't even have that. And all of the seed stocks are bollocks. It's all fucking Monsanto. Where are we going to get the... We need seed stocks is what we need. We need to be able to grow food, because I can tell you now, guys, yeah, Soylent Green has been a thing for a while. It has, and we all know it. Now them, I'm sorry to, I don't want to talk negatively, and I don't want to call them NPCs, but we'll just say the masses. If they found out, which they have, that they've been eating human, tissue, DNA, if you want to call it that, do you think they'll stop it? No. They'll just put it to the back of their mind and they'll carry on going because they don't give a fuck. That's the God's honest truth. That is what we're dealing with. The food ran out a while ago. It's all fucking... I'm not exactly sure of the science behind it. Maybe they're just spraying meat, spraying humans, spraying whatever, gluing meat on top. Who even knows? But I'm telling you what, the food, it's not the food that we had before. It's all bollocks. And the way that they got away with it, it was in 2020. They said, oh, everything's going to be tasting funny from now on. Yeah, because the food's gone. And now you don't need the farmers because you've got these factories producing this shit that we're supposed to have, packed up with vitamins, just like that white stuff they give you in the Matrix movie. Shit, tastes of nothing, but it's got all the nutrients you need. Well, it hasn't got all the nutrients we need at all. I want to be able to eat something that's going to make me feel fully alive. I want to be able to drink water or something that's just going to invigorate me. I want delicious. I demand delicious. That's what I want in this realm. Delicious everything. That's what I want. Okay? Is that selfish? No. And that's what I'm going to drive for. And I have the spirit, the know-all, and the backing to make that happen. Do you believe me? I miss good fruit. Well, they had these bananas, Donna, me and Cheryl were eating in Spain. Oh my God, I got a video. They were like that. They were fucking massive. And your head just filled up with banana flavor. They got the best food in Spain, but they're gone double nuts as well. They just brought up a crazy law. I'm not going to talk about it though, because I'm in Britain and it's like a communist dictatorship. So it is really, I got to be careful, not that I'm scared, of what I say. Even in a realm of unconditional love, they would just, no, I don't know why I even worry. That's not going to happen. It can't happen because there's a reason why. Because of what I got to do. So, Garden Goddess, that's Linda. Martin, you are so right. Oh, thank you. Grow your own food and save seeds. Now, I've got a seed stash, but I mean like years old as well. But I mean like the food we had, the old potatoes, man, Alexandra's, dirty spuds that you could peel with your finger. When's the last time you seen them? Peelers that you could just wipe the dirt off with your finger. I haven't seen them in years. My first job when I was 15, as soon as I got my national insurance number, was a fruit market. And oh my God, the produce back then in 1983 was fantastic. The fruit was fantastic. It smelled out of this world. And do you know what? I go through a supermarket now and you get the waft of the fruit and that, and it's just not the same, guys. The bakery don't smell the same. That used to be one of my favorite smells on earth, bakery. The smell of bread cooking. It's all chemicals, as we know. And it's worse in America. Well, when you go to America, right, in Kroger and that, they got this like water mist, that goes over the lettuce that's supposed to hydrate it because it's like fucking boiling hot outside. Not inside though, because it's the air bleeding conditioning. Everyone's freezing to death in Texas, drove me nuts. That is. And I looked into it. It's a fucking chemical. It's a poisonous chemical and it's spraying all over. So, I always wash my lettuce anyway. I wash everything anyway, but I'm washing it with what? Smelly fucking water. My water smells like the bottom of a fucking swimming pool. They put chlorine in it because of all of the Oh, I read some bullshit about why they were putting it in there. Anyway, I'm going on. Let me give you a few shouts. I'm bringing you the love. Yes, food looks terrible in the shops. DN, it does, so does. But I like delicious, and you know, people who know me, my friends who know me, will tell you I'm an absolutely awesome cook. I make, even if I make just the ingredients that I got, because I just take my time, I put love into it. I make really, really tasty food. I'm not gonna fucking not eat tasty or have delicious. I want delicious everything. I want delicious scenery. I want delicious people around me. I want delicious food. I want delicious women. Elizabeth? Did somebody say and me? Shit, Sherlock. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, like I said, there's a strict curriculum in nowadays and criteria. So that's not fucking gigavax, that's for sure. And all the rest of it. So that's like 80% of the fucking window right there. So, but the community is absolutely awesome. I love the community. It's doing loads of different meetups, America everywhere, or over the place really this year. I won't forget to go to any of them and see all my mates. Probably, I usually do. If I get invites. Don't know. So it's weird being me. So what's happening, Skinhead? Chris Newport, yeah, used to be a mod. And I hope I never attacked you as a mod or anything, Chris. Feel bad about battering mods now. I'm a man. I wouldn't do that anymore. Yeah. See, I was like, that's mind control and conditioning right there, as being as a kid and skinhead. You see a target on the back, and you fuck them up. It's just craziness. Can't believe I used to do things like that. And worse, can't even tell you. I'm so ashamed. No, it's not. It's part of growing up anyway. And they had a lesson to learn. So did I. There you go. So be a mod. That's the lesson. But it was cultural. Skinheads come from council estates. Mods were always middle class or upper class. They had all the good shit. We were sort of jealous, I guess. They had the cool bikes. We had fuck all. So give you a good kicking out of jealousy. That's what it really was, I think. I miss Arizona. I had a dream 2 nights ago, right? My waking up dream. I dreamed like a world champion. So maybe you could interpret this, right? So I'm in America, and I think I was in Arizona as well, right? But there's no hills except for the Rockies. But I'm going down a tarmac hill on my bicycle, and I'm building momentum, and I get really fast because you get really steep, but I'm really cool and keeping control. And by the time I get to the bottom hill and go through this gate, I'm in Britain. I thought, fuck me, I didn't even have to cross the Atlantic. I just teleported in my dream, which was cool. So, yeah. So I thought, oh, I hope that's not an analogy for everything going downhill fast. But it's not, because I had complete control and it was fun. And I do love bicycle. I used to bicycle, but with my eyes closed using echolocation. It's just makes you feel free. It's really good. It's like running with shoelaces and like leave it to the wind, baby. So yeah, YouTube is full of bullshit, isn't it? Fucking, I noticed that it's all like everyone fluffing one another fucking up. I'm not really into that, actually. I mean, it's being real. 88 miles per hour, that's the speed of my snort. Yep, I was told upsetting the workers, but the customers would come and talk to me. I used to be customer service for a little while. Jesus Christ, never again would I do anything like that. So yeah, Appalachians, oh, lovely. It's full. You've got 2 foot snow, haven't you? In Maine and all that. But we don't have that over here. Not a fan of the. I'm waiting for the. It was lovely today. The daffodils are up and the sun came out, and it was a tiny bit of warmth. So yeah, how did you know that iced tea I'm addicted to that you get in the petrol stations in America, the mint one? Green leaf, is it? We don't get green leaf tea in Britain. Mind you, everything in America, even the hot dogs in the petrol stations are like the best hot dog I've ever had in my whole life. They got these little things that chop up and put them on there, and it's just like, you don't know you're born over there, you know. Oh. But they do say it's the best country in the world, and if you go there, you certainly fucking know it. What a culture shock when I arrived. The first night was with all the gang, Jason, everybody, Cheryl, all the gang. It was a good night, actually. We went to this restaurant. I was dead excited. And It was a massive thunderstorm, like you wouldn't believe. I'm just sat there. I'm in shock. I'm like, everyone's just carrying on. I'm like, hello, look at the fucking nuclear sky. It's just massive. I hadn't seen anything like it. That was the biggest like thunderstorm that I'd ever witnessed. Nobody was taking any bleeding notice. It was really weird. But I was convinced because that's me arriving in America. Just like when I was in Spain, a week of the worst thunder and lightning of my life. Still, at least I'm not summoning hurricanes and knocking people's houses down on a whim. Gotta be careful about all that. Ed, bring back the 90s. The 90s were awesome, wasn't they? They had cool little cars, great music, The Shaman, Easy Good, Ebenezer Good. They actually said Easy Good on top of the pops. I fucking so love that. I didn't go down that road of ecstasy, you know, guys. It wasn't my thing really, or all of that fucking activity in raves was just not me. I was more your reggae, going to like the blues clubs and city blues skanking. That was more my style. And then fucking raves. They done my head in. I didn't like them. I went to them for reasons, but I didn't know my thing. And MMDA was quite popular back in the day, wasn't it? You know, it was really, really good. Made everyone happy. Depressed by a Wednesday. They're crying, fucking ringing me. Why is that? You had a knee on the weekend? Yeah. Should have stuck on a salmon, baby. I can make almost delicious sometimes. Dusky, I know. I'm going to get on with pictures now. This is me just audience participation. It's important for community building. That's what we do, yeah. I don't know how you put up with me anyway. How many people have I got watching here? It's just fascinating. 400 people on a flat day. Well, share this out. Let's get some people over here. Ellen Mentor. So, yeah, America loves me. I can't believe America. They treated me so well, and everyone was so fucking lovely to me. Do you know what, guys? Check this out. I'm in an elevator in, like, Albuquerque, right? And I'm, like, I think she was Mexican, cleaner lady, pushes her trolley into the elevator, turns around and goes, wow, Marticus, that fun. Just some random fucking cleaner in Albuquerque knew who I was. I'm just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I get more of that in America than I ever do in Britain. I get recognized sometimes. But fame's are fucking wankers anyway. That's what David Bowie said. And David Bowie keeps remote viewing me from wherever he is. But watch out as well. He's an ascended master, apparently. And they're watching to see how it's all developing. It's developing very nicely, thank you. Misty Wood, much love to you. What's that? Buy heirlooms, please. Where the fuck did you get them from? The laws are ridiculous. Do you know what, guys? They got like Britain is the biggest cannabis growing country in the world, as you probably know, and more than Humboldt, more than California. It's hard to believe, but it's true. And they won't give it to their people. And now they got armies of police, social services, and council all waiting at railway stations. So if you're just sauntering through after your day's work with your blunt in your pocket so you can have a spliff on the way home, they're going to fucking jump on you. And then the social services are going to have you, and then they're going to fucking, council are going to kick you out, and all of that from spliff. In a country, this is the level of gaslighting that they do. And Britain literally stinks of buds. Everybody in Britain is fucking bang at it. Everyone in Britain's bang at it. And compared to everything else that's around now, you know, like fucking dirt, cheap, strong drugs that they're all fucking on. God help them all. Sorry, I just got a message. From lovely human beings. Okay, so there we go. I've had my little rant. I'm sure it's not the only one of tonight. So Pink Stripe, good to see you. Welcome. Wild Army. And we smashed it this weekend. We've had some good videos. Did you see my my San Francisco video? I know I do a lot of them, but this one was definitely juicage, as everyone has commented. So yeah, we're going to do another masterful presentation for you right now. Now, like I said, there's a shadow government, runs Washington, D.C. It runs the City of London Bank. There is another City of London or another place where all of this finances go to. You've got the IMF, and don't forget you've got, excuse me, the one that's called his book, The Great Reset, after mine. I'm not saying he's like plagiarized me or anything, but World Health, the WEF, or the World Wank Foundation, which all of the royalty, I've got photographs of Prince Charles with Schwab when he was like 12 or something, like really, really young. So this has been ongoing forever. And you've got all of the different Sonics fraternities. Don't think they're too bad at all, really. I don't. You know, the fucking Trilateral Commission, all the others that they tell you about. If you listen to David Icke, he'll tell you all about all of these secret societies that he's not in. And the truth is that the real entity, if you want to call it that, is clandestine and it's hidden in plain sight. You come across it every single day, every single minute, and you wouldn't even know it. It is all seeing, all knowing. Does it know your thoughts? Well, it can read your emotions as a result of your thoughts. So in a way, yes. What is it? Huh? AI? Well, there's loads of ideas for other worldly beings in this place, like people from over in the pond. Now, the Phoenicians, I don't think the Phoenicians are human per se. They're too muscly. They don't even look like us. They got straight fucking noses. I don't think Phoenicians are human. And plus, they came from the water. So are they water-born people? Well, if this place was Waterworld, there wouldn't be any writings to tell us about it, because I don't think paper would do that well in the Waterworld. But we have no hair. We're the only mammals without hair. And we do have webbed hands, and I do think we have gill-type attributations. I think that we may have been in the water at some stage. Okay, not that I'm saying evolution is a thing, because there's zero proof for any of that. So we got monarchies, the strangest thing. Everyone is being taxed. They've just done with tax return. It sucks. Everything sucks about tax. And I'm not literally paying, not that I'm moaning about life, but I'm just saying I'm paying 4 different types of tax. It's fucking horrible. Why don't I know what you're saying, do the straw man, fuck it all off. I tried that, the straw man, fucking it all off, on the back of YouTube videos, and I was that far from homelessness and having no one to watch my back, and I would have been there. If I'd have gone with all of that straw man business, they tell you to do, try that shit in court, see if it goes. I know the Latin, I know the legalese, and I know the score, do not consent. But try it with them and see how it goes down. Because they're not really doing the law like you think they're doing the law, because all of it is criminal. Everything is criminal. They're all gangsters, and they're feeding off our energy. And there are entities in this place that live on our entity. And if you give them your negative intent, if you give them anything, you will keep them alive. So my advice is to do Martinliedtke, which isn't easy, but it's possible, right? Is to constantly strive to be happy, constantly strive to see what good you can do in the world. So it's not about me, because I got fuck all really. I just got no possession. I don't really want anything. I don't really care about all that. It's more what I can do for you. More what I can do for you. And I have helped. And this is God's gift to me in this life, which I am so grateful for. I could just cry my eyes out. Is I've had the ability to help many, many people. Many, millions really, but many people turn their life around to the better and just hopeful, have faith in themselves, because you can't run after them. You can't keep running after them all the time. They're not going to help you, okay? You need to come back to the family. And I don't even like that term, because that's got certain connotations as well, hasn't it? You know, Charles Manson had a family. I don't like all that culty thing. I like people individual thinking for themselves, but I do like to help people who are worthy. and give them a hug and give them love, because there's nothing better than that, guys. You know, people are sad, people are lonely. Just tell them you care, and you are loved, and you're not on your own. And that's the God's honest truth. You know, we're not alone, guys, and we never have been alone. And whatever's watching me is a female, it's a woman, and it's all powerful, and it loves me. That's the truth. Yeah, and that is not all the truth, because I can't give you all of the truth, because I can't give my magical powers away. That would be silly. Why would I do that? My secret. So yeah, Mo's in the house somewhere. I can feel him in the house. Mo Sampson, you there? Okay, big hugs to you all. Hugs are good, right? Hugs are just, a lot of people just hug. They're in for the 3-second getaway as quick as possible. That bullshit. It's an energetic connection, heart to heart, yeah. And just grab that person, love them. Doesn't matter who, you know, if they're really good people. It doesn't matter what they look like or who they are or what sex they are. It doesn't matter. They're just like everybody in this place. That's all we want, is to be loved, isn't it? That's what we ever want. Sounds a bit needy, doesn't it? Really, if you think about it, but I love loving, and I love to be loved as well. Yeah, better to have lost in love than never to have loved at all is a very true thing. But I'm quite hopeless at finding. Here's India, our resident India. Are you lovely? Then we did that big massive convention, wasn't it fantastic? I should do something like that again, you know, maybe this year. Okay, because it's not much happening on the Flat Earth front. I could do a Flat Earth convention, find some Flat Earthers, do like Flat Earth stuff, as well as Tataria and other spiritual or health topics and stuff like that. Yes, gratitude is definitely, well, I made it this far, honey. I don't know why, because everybody who I know, all my family, except for my boy, you know, everyone's gone. I outlived everyone, and I'm still relatively young. It's fucked up. Pink, see you. Oh, my gang, gone. I'm the only one. It's fucking spooky. Sees him in my dreams, though. Well, we don't know if we are human, okay? We don't know what we are, but I'm telling you what, there is something beautiful, and I say divine, I say holy, if you like, behind all of this, and I'm completely of faith with it. And no matter how bad the world gets, or my life gets, or, you know, all of it gets, I always know that everything is going to be all right. And that's the God's honest truth. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Everything is going to be all right. And that is including when we transition from this place. Okay? All you got to do, yeah, is be real. Just be real. Watch these psyops, okay? That just gets me. That actually upsets me. That actually hurts my soul. See good people just disappearing into a portal of bullshit. That hurts me. I want to bring them back. Just go for a walk in the world. Stop thinking about it. I'm getting so upset about it. People get really upset about it, about some of these topics, like really upset, really invested in it, you know? Like that. Well, if the world did go around, Donna, it would be love that makes the world go around and not money. Where would we be? Most wars? Love. Well, most wars are through love, I'm telling you now. And it is an emotion, or a EM emotion. There's loads of different types of love, isn't there? You love your dog differently, you love your wife or your mother. There's just so many different variations of it. But just caring, not judging, not giving a shit. Yeah, who people are. Just see them for their souls and what they give in this place. And if they're trying hard, guys, if they're trying hard, good, you know, good, sweet soul, sovereign being, why wouldn't you give them a hand and help them out? I do, I would, and I do as well. I've done it so many times. And people have just, sky's the limit. Yeah, literally gone supersonic, gone supernova. Strange how that happens. Kind of dummy, my bro. Looking out of sand like skiffs of snow. Oh, is it? Oh. But I do love YouTube, and there's a lot of awesome YouTubers out there. And yeah, you know, I can appreciate how much work it is for these content providers. You know, I like to watch Campbell and Kelly, sweet soul. We love them people, and a few others. I don't watch many YouTube videos. Some of them just moan about me, I've noticed, surreptitiously. I don't know why that is, really. Namaste, good to see you. Hare Krishna, Hari. Yeah, we're going to talk about cults, we're going to talk about royalty, we're going to talk about religion, and we're going to get started here. Right, make sure to share this out. Let's get a little crowd going. It was a good turnout Tuesday. It was just a little hangout, but the crowd was really having a great time. We had a really good time on the last one. So let me share some images with you, and we start here. You may or may not remember Lady Di, we have seen, God bless her. She had an interview, which was a death sentence, a bit like Amy Winehouse talking about the Illuminati on Jonathan Ross show. As soon as she said, "Oh, they can't mold me," and did the Illuminati thing, it all went downhill for that sweet soul after that. So I can't imagine what her life or childhood must have been like. She was chosen before she was born to be that role, that princess, and to be sacrificed at that particular location was all a ritual. She did say actually that she knew she would die in a car accident. I think it was a year before. It was actually in the newspapers. But she had a famous interview, really sinister. She let on about the relationship with Camilla, and she said that they are not human. Now, is she just talking about the royal family being lizard people, shape-shifting lizard people that has got to do certain things to keep their frequency in line? You know, like the Queen Mother eating white mice. David Icke will tell you that, wouldn't he? That they are lizard shapeshifters. But look how many different things that there are. There are silicon-based life forms, vegetable-based life forms, which are possibly the Phoenicians, but I think they're definitely the fish people, who rule the Vatican as well. I'll show you why in this video. Dog heads, I definitely think they were a thing. Dracons, okay, we know them. The reptilians, these are all like sort of space connected. The Pleiadians, alien hybrids, very possibly, but from other worlds. Changelings, I think they're around a lot more than they tell us. Shapeshifters, we got angels and we got demons. So archons and jinns. Well, jinn, I'll give you your genius, help you out, tip you off, give you a little conduit to the Akashic record, so to speak. Archons have got no power over you whatsoever. Like I said before, they're total wankers, all of them. And the distinction between angels being good and demons being bad. Are demons really bad? And are angels really good? Is that the case? Well, the evidence shows that angels suck a lot. They cause vibrational damage with trumpets, plagues, and other pestilence and other things. Just these angels. One of the angels, according to the Holy Bible, legged it from heaven, wherever that is. Sounds like a bit of a country going on there. And then there was the fallen angels, wasn't there, who may have built these fantastic Tatarian buildings. Who even knows? Because we cannot replicate them today. Freud said exactly the same. He said we couldn't replicate these buildings. The mathematics behind them and the thinking behind them is just too fantastical. God and the devil. Do you think that the devil is real? Like real? So if the devil is real, if his name is lived in reverse, not her, well, God must be real then, eh? So which one is the good guy? Come on. Well, we all know the religious propaganda, don't we, from the Vatican, yeah? And they've got nothing going on, have they? None of these denominations got anything weird going on at all, have they? Later on in this post, we're going to talk about Trump, and he's going to reintroduce asylums to get rid of the people on the street. By that, I mean concentration camps. are very, very Nazi. This is going to be awesome. That's coming to a town near you soon. The asylums are back. Mental illness is off the radar, guys. They're all fucking nuts out there. You've seen how fucked everyone is. And never mind that. Never mind the people. Even the royal family who've got billions and own all our lands and everything, they look really unhealthy. They look, their vibrations off. They look fucked. All of them. All of them are really ill. Some of them got cancers and they're really unwell. They look like a cursed fucking family. So much for their pure blood, blue blood, bloodline that keeps them all fantastic with teeth like a horse and all, we are princesses, we'll glisten, our eyes will sparkle. They don't fucking sparkle anymore. Wonder what happens to them then? All of these organizations, so as soon as the World War II ended, League of fucking Nations, so isn't that great? So they all buddy up together, pretend that we never had a war between one another, really, because we're all in the same gang. And then you got the United Nations, fucking all of these different round tables. This is not a round table, but they have got a round symbol in the middle with what looks like a Mount Meru. So who are they? Who are they? Well, in God we trust here in Congress. Oh shit, well if that's coming off the government, I think I better be really fucking careful where I put my trust in future. Did you ever see the Swedish Gotthard, no, the Swiss Gotthard tunnel opening ceremony? You know, with the devil showing up, people biting one another, ritual, everything, like sex stuff on these people. Where the fuck they got these people from? They were disgusting human beings. But all of the world leaders were sat in this cheap ass little stand watching this weird shit go down. I posted on my channel. It's the weirdest stuff you ever seen in your life. Well, one thing I can tell you is this: whoever has this has the power. Whoever has the fasces has the power. And as you can see, the most powerfulest country in the world shows you with the S and the S opposing one another, the fasces. They got the power. They got the power. But look, you can just see the Masonic pillars and you've got the fasces either side. So, one thing I can tell you is this kid, who is Trump's sprog, knew exactly the score when he said you're president, because he just knows that this guy is just off The Apprentice. He's a good little actor. And scientists as well. Remember him? Lived for like 100 years as but oh, look at him there. These boots are made for hawking. Don't laugh. That's really unkind. Okay, but look at him like that. Looks quite nice. King boots. Anyway, let's move on. So as you can see, this is Yeltsin, the alcoholic Russian premier, and he's in Congress because they always invite, you know, a enemy, para-enemy to Congress or America, and make a big deal out of it. Surprised they didn't have Chairman Mao in Congress. So all of them, Russia, China, America, Britain, Germany, Italy, Spain, Portugal, all of them have Phoenician government buildings, architecture, and that is the power. You can see the Phoenicians, which is a Babylonian death cult. So all of the world's governments do ritual, and it's all, or they're in a Babylonian death cult. Baal. That's why they go to the Baal. All of them are in this cult. So you can see the United Nations. You've got an interesting little map going on here. Notice there's no Antarctica on that map. They do that a lot. So this was, you know, I think this is like a big clue. You know, Time showed you this. I think it was in 2021, so when everyone was locked in their houses. So it's apocalyptic snow, lightning, all of these, God knows who in the background, shadow people, a cardboard cutout queen, because she was long gone, and Biden hair sniffer. But everyone is just filling in, okay? There's nothing really happening in the world of politics. It's all just an act to keep us from what really is going on, okay, guys? The power behind it all is what I'm talking about, okay? And this is the same as this. It's no different, okay? It's the same people. It's exactly the same people. Why do you think they flew them all over from Operation Paperclip and then stick Werner von Braun in charge of the fucking space program when he's supposed to be a Nazi war criminal who had thousands and thousands of slaves like die in the Peenemünde fucking V2 rocket silos? But they're like, don't worry about all that. Come on, you can come here. It's all the same eagle. It's all the same gang. They got the same buildings. They're doing the same shit. And I'm telling you what, they're all in on this thing together because how do I know? COVID. This thing here. Medical corpse and the serpent bound around a column, the fasces and the dollar. Everything shows you. Everything shows you. And the Masonic version of the flat earth map has 33 subsections and is completely surrounded by the Phoenician laurel leaf of control, which shows you that everything in that center bit, that realm, is under maritime law, where dead entities, and that the governments govern mind in a Babylonian death cult, like all of them. And that includes the cults and religions. So I will show you. Saturnus, Saturn, or Satan, or I do think it's the sun and not the planet Saturn. God of time and soul harvest, the Grim Reaper. Saturnus is like a tyrannical father, a teacher, and he represents authority, discipline, hard work, labor, and commitment. That's the United Nations, Russia, and the Nazis, National Socialists, and all of that. It's all of them. All of them are doing the same thing. Remember this? He's dead now, poor old Duke of Edinburgh. I say poor old, he died at 100, God knows how many. But again, everyone was like, wow, they look like something the cat dragged in. What the fuck is going on? He said, if I were to be reincarnated, I would wish to return to Earth as a killer virus to lower human population levels. Well, he didn't have to worry about that because something's happened in the last 5 years. Now everybody is missing. Population is plummeted like you can even believe. British cities are fucking empty of people because they're not there. Where are they? Did they go into a food source for the others? Is that why the food's so shit? They're getting us to taste nice for others. Bring it. Fucking hell. Truth is the new hate speech. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. That's what's happening in Britain. You can't say the truth because it's dirty words and it's not allowed in Britain. As crazy as it is. And you can see the UN logo here with the serpent around the central staff, like you get in Moses. It's symbolic for EM field. So the Romans, if you want to call them that, the Senate, they never really went anywhere. It's the same imperial power. It's never really gone away. It's the old administration. It gets a revamp. It has what's called a revolution. So out with the new boss, in with the new boss. Same shit show goes on for the next generation. And then everyone dies by 100 conveniently and doesn't remember what happened before. And then you bring out the right and the left and this and that. This guy's called Black Rod. He looks like he's done something really, really wrong, doesn't he? Vibration on that fucker. Yeah. So this is the logo for Flat Earth, which the UN used. No Antarctica, but they would use the real map, wouldn't they? Royalty, I never got my head around royalty. Being Welsh is not really something we do. Not really that royalist in Wales, to be honest with you. More doing the Welsh thing. So royalty is a strange faith-based superstition that one has the birthright to rule over nations of people, own all of the land they dwell upon and steal their earnings under the guise of taxation. Yeah, that is really trippy. Is that happening? Yeah. Wow. Who the fuck said so? Well, if you Google it, it says that God said, okay, well, God never told me, and I didn't get the MO. Can I see the contract signed by his Lord God, whoever that be? The royals are completely Phoenician. They're also German, which is the Phoenician thing, as you know, maritime, and they got the orb, the scepter, the crown, the jewels, the old tech, but they are definitely looking like Phoenicians. They got laurel leaves on their hair, just the Phoenician thing. Excuse me, there you go. Through these images, some of the royals I can share with you. Okay. So yeah, the Romanovs, the 600 dynasty of Russia, I'm guessing on the borders of Tartaria, unbelievable wealth, and then, as we know, apparently they got executed because there was a revolution which got rid of the monarchy in Russia and replaced them with a terrible dictatorship, which took them nearly 100 years to get rid of. Really, really shit. So yeah, kings get these. So and queens, I don't think that there's just nothing going on with them. The scepter, I think, is some sort of, or was some sort of weapon along the lines of a Vajra, and the orb as well, definitely. All the jewels playing a part. Crown jewels there. And this diamond here is the Hope Diamond. It's a massive diamond, and the Hope Diamond's in there. But this diamond here, that would be brilliant for directionalizing some sort of beam through a massive diamond. So yeah, they had the sparkly eye thing going on in the past, but there are a lot of switcheroonies, and there also are they're like this one bloodline. So they bring in a Farquhar or another, which is not in the blood group, to keep it going. Otherwise, they all end up mentally ill, like the Queen's sister, which they all keep quiet about, and all other nefarious things that they get up to because they're completely batshit crazy. But they got all that money. But have you noticed the crown here? It's a fish mouth, isn't it? Again, with the Phoenician fish thing. Russian royalty. Excuse me. And Lady Di. Funny she had a name called Di as well, isn't it? So there she is. I remember that day, the royal wedding. God. Charles. With the Admiralty. It's all about the Admiralty. That's why the Admiralty are there. And the king that abdicated, he married an American, Wallace Simpson, and Edward had to stand down as king. Never happened before, really, in that context. Through love, he loved her and pissed off. So jest. So they're called majesty, aren't they? So jest is what it is. It's a joke, a witty remark or a witticism, a bantering remark or a piece of good-natured ridicule or a taunt, sport or fun. It's a bit of a jest. What? And there they are, majesty. Okay, but it's also monarch, like the monarch butterfly, monarch project. So I don't think any of these have any divine right from God above to rule over us, and we have to give and be slaves to them, and they earn all the lands, and they have all of this flash shit going on with the fish eggs. Repugnant. It's literally repugnant to me. It's horrible. And everyone else in Britain or everyone else in the world just has to struggle along. Well, these, oh my God, these royalty, look at her, she's like, I'm a god, I'm royalty. I'm of a holy bloodline, she thinks in her head, and I got the ugliest baby I've ever seen. Looks like a Cabbage Patch fucking kid. So terrible. And you can see the king there. He's got a sporran on, which keeps your knackers warm in the chill winds of Windsor Castle. There he is with his purple hat on, the old Phoenician purple hat on, fleur de lis. Never noticed them before. And he's on the not the coronation chair, because that's a piece of old shitty wood. But he's in Westminster. He's just put the crown on his head because he's just been making, and he looks like the happiest man in the world, doesn't he? All his life behind him. He's thinking, oh, fuck, and I'm king. Fucking brilliant. So there he is. There's the king's cousin in the dashing Nicholas, and there was Wilhelm. They were all cousins and grandchildren of Queen Victoria, all one family, all one bloodline. There's Queen Victoria there, all 4 foot nothing of her, most powerfulest woman in the world. And some royal there. So yeah, the royals are in the shit, as you know, with the Epstein thing, if there's any truth in it all, but whatever, they're telling us there is. So let's look, that's the royals, okay, that is an absurd thing. So that can't possibly last. Nobody really gives a shit anymore, surely. They got to hire people to go wave at them now. So here is a picture. These are cults and sects that I'm going to show you now. Most dangerous things to the humans that we can imagine. 500 people watching, welcome. You can see the Führer here, Adolf Hitler in his tuxedo, looking very, very dapper. And he's meeting Pope Pius at the time. And what's that weird eye thing going on between them? Luckily enough, the Vatican got all the SS out after the war. They were very close in doing business. So who's in charge, really? So he's got us caduceus, this Orthodox priest who's kissing the Pope on the head. Orthodox, Catholics. So, like, who's in charge, really, of who? I don't know, because I think they're all in it together. I would go as far, and this is, you know, people really don't like this, is that the whole dialectic of the Arabs and the tiny act thing going on, I think when you get down to it, to the bosses around that table, I think they're all in it together and always have been. That's what I think. And all of these dialectics to keep everyone in the world in division, keeps protesters busy, and it keeps everyone fucking wah, is what it does. These, look at him. Jesus Christ, would you hire him as your fucking babysitter? I don't think so. Again, with the Phoenician Cherubinuskis and all of the Phoenician gab that goes with it. The blank plaque, the cherubim, and the key, the crossed keys. But they know all about the pineal gland, as you know. It's one of them's in St. Peter's Square on a Phoenician pot. Oh God, he's looking at you like, I'm going to eat you. So yeah, they're probably cannibals. So yeah, King Solomon, which we're going to talk about Solomon's buildings, because I noticed something about Phoenician architecture. He's got King's hat on, and it looks like a photograph, this, doesn't it? But it's not, it's an old painting. I reckon King Solomon literally was alive and he posed for this painting. That's it. Okay. So yeah, happy hats. Yeah, dunces and other people wear these hats. Welsh women as well, but the Baptists, not the Baptists, the Quakers as well. These happy hats, I think, interact with the ether like the way hair does. So yeah, here's a Siegfried, a king from the old world, imperial eagles, all of the usual iconography, same as you get now with the now royal family. The cross on the chest. Same people. And the Vatican, Jesus Christ Almighty, excuse the blasphemous phrase, had this in Brazil when they had a big demon and all these flames coming out behind them because it's so holy. And then there's the old black eye thing. So they do look like shit, and people put it out there that it could be a chrome matter. But there's something definitely going on with the old black eye Aruni thing with these people. He's got a Zyro and the 4 angels on the back of his book. So it's not as if they don't know the shape of the earth. They certainly know the shape of the earth. Seashell clasp on his red book. It's like, I fucking hate you. That's his I fucking hate you face. So Dalai Lama as well. Oh yeah, no, I read the universe in a single atom. He's a bit of a tongue sucker, isn't he? Here he is with all of his gang. There's none of him with Savile, though, but he's with Charles, Obama, Gaga, John Boy, who I've seen, Bush, other people. But they're all in the same, gang together, aren't they? And the Dalai Lama, the high spiritual Lama, he's in the game. Here is Pope fucking God knows who, another Pope. Francis, isn't it? He's going for a stroll in the catacombs to check out make sure everything's bricked up properly and all of them unbelievable amounts of people that have gone missing. and make sure nobody discovers them. Here he is with his boss. Now, certainly, there is no doubt in my mind that the church has satanic roots. Here is a church, a Jesuit church. It's absolutely beautiful in Italy, and it is fully demonic. It's got all of the Phoenician iconography that we know so well, the shells and that, but a little bit more detail. Obviously, that's where the money goes. Look at the marble columns, purple marble, different colors, Corinthian tops, and all the artworks. How do you think they got up there? Anti-gravity underpants? They just float up there. Must have been back-breaking work, neck-breaking work. There's that. That's something else you see with the Cherubinowskis. Now, I'm not sure if they get blinded by the light of this place, or they can't look at this place, but there's a lot of them blindfolded, and they hold the heart. Stick sticking out of her chest, but definitely the Phoenician theme, as we know so well in this church. Now look at this. This is a ship. This is the thumbnail. So spooky. So it's a ship, like a ghost ship in a church. It's full of skulls and Phoenicians, and then you've got that sunblast thing going on that we know so well. Cherubinowskis and an anchor. But yeah, it's a ship. The Phoenician ship is arriving in the church. Just craziness. Look at the detail. The dove from above and the plasma blast that we know from 1,000 alchemical depictions that we've looked at on this channel, guys, haven't we? And look at this spookiness going on. Look at the mud all dripping. It's like a mud flood. And the angels with wings, maybe they were fins because this was Waterworld. What's she saying? Everything's going to be all right. Look at that. Look at that for railings and ironwork. What? Why? Why? It's evidently a technology, but it's all of that weirdness that's put into it. Imagine the subtle energies going through all that macabreness, what it would do to the ether. I'm not getting the feeling of, oh, it's majestic, but I'm getting the feeling of that opulence is like them, isn't it? It's a little bit too much. I wonder what this angel's got on the scroll. Is it architecture? Yes, it's a map of Solomon's temple. Go figure. And a blank plaque there. So we move on. The dove from above, plasma blast. And these are octopuses. Really interesting. I wonder what the octopuses are. Think ink. And we got a 28 and a SS, maybe. Really spooky. The Jesuit church. We got the stars in the dome there, and the sun blast in the dome. And the devil's face made of silver, and inside it says Dionysus, Sancti Dionysus Mater, Dionysus. And the shells, the Phoenicians, the crown, the whole thing is Phoenician. And it's death cult. So I think we talked about this week on my channel, Hell's Bells. I think this is a technology that's been changed, and this charmed the entire realm of where we find ourselves, which is now they got like a thud or a thong. It's not so chimey anymore. It's just like culture in general. So, excuse me. Okay, we're going to look at another thing that's going on. Let's move on. Let's move on from that subject for a little bit until I do my images of the day. So Trump just come back. I don't know if you've seen, I've seen it on Campbell's videos, autodidactic. Trump made a speech and he said, oh, I'm bringing back asylums. I don't want to bring back those suckers, but we got to get the people off the streets. It's like, holy fucking shit. So yeah, America's already got a large amount in the past of people who denied their shit. Is basically what's going on, and make sure they're out of the way. Look at that, state mental hospital Provo, Utah, right out of the way there. Massive red brick Tatarian building out in the middle of nowhere. And there, Austin, Texas, got a lovely old Tatarian building. So yeah, they're bringing them back. And mental illness is definitely off the radar. You only got to go out into city streets to witness that at the day. People are just so mind controlled. They don't even know what they're saying and what they mean to say anymore. And it's quite sad, but that is the reality. Is they're going to look at the size of this one. This is Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and it is from there to there. You know, how many crazy people, oh, excuse that phrase, how many mentally ill people did they have? Shit, it's massive. What's the fire, I wonder? And the chimney. They're crematoriums. And some of them are called sanatoriums, by the way. Insane in the membrane. What does insane mean? Anyway, so Battle Creek Sanatorium there, and that is in Michigan. I'm going to look at some other Michigan buildings a little bit later, not too many, but they are fantastic Tatarian. So yeah, that is coming back. A little bit weird that Trump should be doing that, but it tells you a little bit about the old reset happening. I'll come back for a minute and see what's going on, because I haven't got a clue. Hi, I'm drinking Bovril. 582 of you, welcome to my channel. We have a lot more to go. We got pictures. We got the Michigan. I'm going to share some clues concerning the Addams family. No, they're very big at the moment, but have you ever seen the Addams family house? It's a Tatarian house, and all this shit's Tatarian. I'm going to look at that, and we're going to pick that apart for clues in a minute. So yeah, let me just do some banners. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. There I am there. Subscribe and share this video if you like it. So there you go. Awesome. Let's get that banner off. Okay, let's get the, I don't know if you'd like to see the chat feed on the pictures, sort of maybe spoils them, I'm not too sure, but let's roll. Now, like I said, there was only one form of building in this form here, and all of the world is the same. Okay, so what I noticed is this: domes look like titties. They do. They've even got nipples on them. I don't know if that might be just me, but they do rather look like breasts on the side. But this is the important part, is this bit here, okay, with the columns, is the same on Buckingham Palace, but it's also the same on my Lee Van der Haar engravings of Solomon's Temple. And all of these buildings have elements of Solomon's Temple in them. The Reichstag, Buckingham Palace, Capitol building, and another, I think this is a Minnesota State building. Same, like all of them, the same as St. Paul's Cathedral as well. Phoenix, 1890. What's it doing in the middle of the desert? Big thing like that. Again, same entrance, Buckingham Palace, same dome. This one in Bucharest, absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. Tatarian architecture, and the home of the government in Britain, which is not like any other, except for that Bucharest one, really, any other government building. No other government building has this neo-Gothic design to it. None of them, except for Britain. We do have Buckingham Palace. So the Reichstag, big green dome, which is going to get touched. And buildings in Austria, the same. Vienna, the same. Here in, I think this one's in Berlin. This is the Reichstag before it was touched. Mud flood building, same entrance, same design. And this is the UN Commission. This is in Brussels. This is the then in Brussels. But they built themselves a Tower of Babel, and it is a Tower of Babel because that is exactly the cult that they're running on, and they do things by the sky as well, and what's going on in the sky, like astrology is a big thing with them as well. Columns, it's all part of this archaic, gone circuit board city thing, which is not really the same anymore. We're giving our energy to them. I think the energy we gave before was for us. I think we didn't even need to give it away. Chi energy. Look at this one. I wonder what that is. All the same entrance, no matter where they are in the world. Washington, D.C., Capitol building. Exactly the same Buckingham Palace entrance. This one's in Canada. I think this is the Canadian Parliament building. But that one's a bit neo-Gothic, actually. I think that went up in flames, if I'm not mistaken. So there you are, Japan, Taiwan, Argentina. It doesn't actually matter where you go. They're all doing the same design. I'm sure all these different countries are sharing the same designs and plans, are they? It just shows you that there's one concern, one entity that is ruling this entire place. I wonder if you can guess who or what it is. Everyone's got their own ideas. I have too. So these are in Michigan, and this is that Siginiwa. I'm not sure I can pronounce that, but if you have a look at these buildings, they're all Tatarian mud flooders in Michigan. Check that out. Sigino. I don't know how you would pronounce that, but check out the Onion Dome, the very Moorish Onion Dome in Michigan. What's that doing? Bliss Fountain Federal Park. I don't know how you would pronounce Sigino, but yeah, look at that building. That's wild, isn't it? And City Hall, look at that thing. Wow. But they're like this everywhere in America. You've all got these. Every single state's got these massive, beautiful federal buildings. After a reset, the people that come up from the bunkers who've got a few quid, they get like acquisition the best buildings, I think. Completed it. 1937. Whatever. And here's a flood scene. 1912, it got flooded out. Guessing that's Lake Michigan. Come up and flooded it out. And look at that building. How beautiful is that? Jefferson Park Post Office. Wow, it's so Tatarian. Look at the golden domes. And look at all of the ivy. How long does it take to grow ivy on a building like that? Long time. Oh, they had all flowers and everything in the past. Bloody lovely, wasn't it, guys? Afraid I can't see chat. Ah, there you are. The natives' language must be the old language, Siginar. It's Indian, obviously, isn't it? So, hi, Liddy. Hi, everybody in chat. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Uno. Good to see you, man. Matt. Everyone. So, yeah, let's move on. So, these pictures I wanted to share with you are of Punch, but I'm going to go through them later because there's so many of them. It might take a bit of time. And I want to just show you these. The Addams family are infinitely better than the Munsters, okay? And they're back in a big way because they've just remade that Wednesday series, haven't they? So I'm not sure Morticia Addams is dressed as Wednesday in this picture, but the characters are crazy. Fester, Uncle Fester, so that's free energy. That old lady there is the witch out of the Wizard of Oz, your grandma, and my favourite, Cousin It. Everyone would want a Cousin It if in the real world, but the studio was in colour, and he's got all this really interesting Tatarian stuff in there. It's just bonkers. But what an interesting little get-together. So you've got Gomez Addams, haven't you? So there's like a Spanish thing or Mexican, but he's got Addams, which is Welsh. Morticia, what a sweet name. Lurch, you rang. Grandma Pugsley, and Wednesday, who's now the most famous. So look at their house, and look at all the aerials on it. All in plain sight. And I reckon it's this, what they're doing is like a propaganda thing. Is like the Tatarians live in houses like this, and it's like scapegoating like they does with the flat earthers. It's like, oh yeah, they're spooky. Oh yeah, they does weird stuff. Oh yeah, they think the earth's flat. Like they do. And they might have done this with like the Tatarian theme in Hollywood. Look at Gomez. He sharpens his railings. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally admirable. But look at it. Totally Tatarian, absolutely bonkers. Ding, 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 ding. So I don't think they were frightening. I thought they were rather endearing. Didn't like kill anyone on screen or anything. But look at the set. They had an Iron Maiden and Beds of Nails. Oh, lovely for a stretch on a bed of nails. But why didn't they have it in colour? Because it costs too much. So there's Lurch having dancing practice with Gomez. And Lurch was a bit of a character, was Lurch, but he was Wall Street, so he got a ticker tape machine so we can check on how many millions he's earning from the confines of his house. So he's an elite. He's an elite, lives in this Italian building. His wife's got the name Morticia. Pretty strange thing. Things are awesome. I wouldn't have gone for a male hand. I should have gone for a female hand. Would have been better. If you had a thing, you wouldn't need a girlfriend. So. Tish, you spoke French, mon ami, and they have got such a loving relationship. He's all over her all the time. She don't mind. She's like, oh, I love you. I'm so ravenous. I'll eat you. Get you. So, and then you can do like gramophone, so they're all into music. Oh, there was a Mrs. Thing. Oh, how lovely. Look, there was a female thing, nice nails, and a male. Ah, the things had love. Snappy. Yeah, it's groovy, baby. It's baby groovy. Oh, she cuts the heads off flowers. That's nice. A bit like Maloko. Yeah. I think she pees on flowers. Yeah, it's a bit satanic, that is, actually. That's a perversion of nature, isn't it? Oh, yeah. They're really brilliant. Oh, Wednesday. This is a brilliant video, actually, on YouTube of music. I think it's Cure or something. Lurch does a crazy good dance. I wonder if you can kill anyone, kick them over, though. But Marticus can only walk very, very slow because she has an exceptionally short, tight skirt on, which poses. She's beautiful. I love Marticus. There's Lurch getting down. Get down on it. And there's Fest. There's an unusual name, Fest, there isn't it, for an uncle? It's like I don't know. I don't even know what it means to fester around. It doesn't sound very nice. It sounds about right for an uncle, though. Da-da-da-da. Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. Check out Cousin It's. Where imagine them coming round to visit. I fucking love Cousin It. Yeah, look how stylish and funny and creative Cousin It is. You can do tap dance. You can be a hippie or a beatnik. He's the last beatnik, actually. Check his hair out as well. Getting down and dirty here with Gomez. He's like, love me. That is too weird, actually. I'm tripping out a bit. The fuck is going on? Yeah. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I bet you're going to go and watch an Addams Family episode. Look how cool Cousin It is, man. Nice touch Wednesday. Yeah. I'd actually believe her as well. Anyway, let's get on with some images of the day. Sag in awe, Michigan. Sag in awe. Okay, thanks for that. Nephilim, he's a giant though, isn't he? Yeah, Cousin It is awesome, isn't it? Okay, let's move on. Some images of the day. Going for. Okay. So yeah, the Phoenicians again with the crown on, but she definitely hasn't changed and got legs yet and come on to the show. These two, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you exactly what's happening, but she's sticking a man in the chest with a piece of wood, and there's blood in him. He's not very happy about it either. How do we know that 2 and 2 make 4, or that the force of gravity works, or that the past is interchangeable? If both the past and the external world exist only in the mind, and if the mind itself can be controllable, what then? That's what O'Brien said in 1984. Says a lot more as well about the stars and what we say they are. Ugh. This was a weird film, wasn't it? Hannibal Lecter. Do you remember this? Spooked a lot of people, didn't he? Went all cannibal. But when the food runs out, we still have each other. And that is actually funny and not at the same time. And I think there's elements of something like that going on. Doctor, I keep hearing strange voices in my underpants. Ignore them. They're talking bollocks. I missed the punchline on that, but you get the point. Okay, let's move on. Right, the 3 stages of life. This is what we got to go through in this place, guys. Okay, birth, like the ships. What the fuck is all of this shit? And then death, Sounds good, doesn't it? There's the bits in between. Just make the most of them bits in between. You must pay Baal, take him away, bailiff, or bay, as in Phoenician Bay, where a ship had dock. It's all there, isn't it? Okay, Liz Truss, previously a British Prime Minister, had 2 childhood heroes gone but never forgotten. So that would be the National Society for the Protection of Children. It's great. The NSPCC, or for cruelty to children. And there's some strange, twisted weirdness going on with the British powers that should not be. Stockholm Syndrome, a psychological phenomenon in which hostages express empathy and have positive feelings towards their captors, sometimes to the point of defending them. Have you noticed this? Look, Sun Tzu, don't take food from the enemy. Yeah, what do we do? Yeah, shut him up. If you can just print money, then why am I paying taxes? Shut him up, be quiet. So yeah, obviously there's a thing. It's crazy how many of the Tavistock Institute got arrested by the police, but probably where they often the deal. Got Frank, got Elvis, Johnny, got Jimmy, got Jim, David, got Janice, got Jagger, and Kurt, like all of them, really. Quinky dink, isn't it? A lot of them are ex-military and everything else. If you watch Mark Devlin's channel, he'll surely tell you about that. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? How to say, you're going to need to see you naked. You're going to see all the women of the kingdom naked. There's a magic mirror in my room. I believe in an energy form. Here he is, David Bowie, and he believed in an energy form. He also believed in a technology called white sound, which was a sound so loud that it would destroy cities. He says on a really interesting Dick Cavett interview, you may see on YouTube, but he gives off a lot of clues. This guy, he got quieted for his clues. He said this, Rick Mail, destroy your television sets now. You must listen to no orders. That's all I can tell you from this point on in humanity, believe me. And guess what happens a few years after? Yeah? Orders. Do. Record. I still can't get my head around how they get all of that music into these black discs, into them grooves, and you pick it up with a stylus. It's like almost like magic. I'm not sure it's even happening. This lady had to listen to all of them Rubber Souls. Do you think when she went home at night to bed that she could hear Rubber Soul in her head? Not sure. I heard Talking Heads in my dream last night. That song. Right place, right time. So Granny had 2 passions in life, LSD and ducks. She takes the ducks for a walk down the street. She loves her ducks. They're nice. So for the alchemist, the one primarily in need of redemption is not man, but the deity who is lost sleeping in matter. Carl Jung. Deity sleeping in matter. It's interesting. Maybe that needs to be asleep then, or maybe not. So let's just go through some of the great expositions, pictures in awe of how beautiful it all was. So yeah, they used the same thumbnail, if you want to call it that, for the Fritz Lang movie Metropolis as they did for Nosferatu, like identical. Don't you know? Copycats. Ooh, Born to Rill. Whose coat is that Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, Full Metal Jacket if it was filmed in Wales, which it actually was. No, I shit you not. Full Metal Jacket was filmed in Wales. Check it out. Wasn't Vietnam. They built the palm trees. Here's some Welsh history on a church, and you can see one of the first images you can see of the Welsh dragon appearing on a battle, the Red Dragon. So that's probably maybe the England 1400s. So I went shit handbag since. Excuse me, I got a drink. It's obvious what the Emperor's new clothes means, though, and it's the elephant in the room. Somebody's got to say, and that's what's going on now. It's like we can't just like stand by and just not pick out the obvious. It doesn't take a genius to work all this shit out. And there's an old 1800s weird version of London, and it's Hamlets, Peckham. A lot of hams, isn't there? Nottingham, Southham, and there's the ham thing, you know, like hammer of the ark. So yeah, I shared some NASA images of the terrible fucking state of the NASA vehicles, full of gaffer tape and shit. And this one, it just landed there because it didn't actually have any tire tracks to get where it was, or forward or back or anything, because this is supposed to be one of the most expensive vehicles in history, and it looks like a piece of shit. I could build better than that. Wow. Last baby will be born in 2012, and worse yet, he'll look like this. So that was some sort of thesis that they put forward. Decrease in 1% per annum in the birth rate. Well, that's definitely happening. It's plummeted. So yeah, they may look like that. I know some aspects of society that definitely look like that. Anyway, Happy Hat. Wow, she got a pair of shoulders on her, hasn't she? She's a Victorian lady. She's got the F ethers. She's got sparkle in her eye. That's also rare in the modern day. And all of the feathers interacting with the ethers, the technology and the material and everything going on there is a tech. For whom the bells toll. So yeah, 1970s fashions. My mother used to make me wear terrible fucking clothes in the 70s, but I had no control over it. But looking back, it's like fucking same as actually I wore paisley shirts and shit, same as now. This is good. 15-day course, vital radiant suppositories. So back in the day, you could buy some suppositories and put radiation up your butt. Apparently, it makes you glow, and it's really okay for you and shit. So there's that. So oil. There's oil in them there hills. I thought it was an interesting photograph of somebody covered in oil. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Oh, just a bit of appreciation of life in general. I think is happening right now. She's flying a kite. So yeah, times change. I don't know what that is. Excuse me. I don't know what that is, but it's got the caduceus and the serpent around the stake and the fiery flame and the astrological sort of thing going on. It's an esoteric, new agey sort of emblem. So yeah, these are the punch things that I'm going to share with you. I thought this was incredibly interesting, so I pulled it aside for this reason. It says the warm birth of the old administration, and it goes on to say at the bottom, if you can make that out, and we'll see the characters at play in a minute. Okay. Take the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness, apparently. So he's out for the count, goofing off, because he's a big fatty king. And we got the devil, and we got a dog head, and this guy here is just blowing gas, and everybody else is going in the flames outside. Interesting, this clothes for that guy's clothes there. He's got harlequin on. Harlequin's an interesting material, and it is called, where they're going, the Panadorium. The Panadorium, whatever that is. So the St. Michael's line. Some people don't think that ley lines, energy lines, natural lines of this place are a thing. I tend to do, because there's enough ancient, if you want to call it that, remains put along these lines, like Glastonbury and St. Michael's Mount. Here are some of the things going straight through Glastonbury Church, Abbey, whatever it's called, all the way up. Bury St. Edmunds. So yeah, the energy is thick in them places. When you go to them, you certainly know all about it. Chemical symbols, let's have a little glimpse, shall we? What what is going on. So they are heavily Masonic, these alchemical symbol things, aren't they? You know, triangle, you know, fasces intertwining, circles in the middle, fantasia, census, ratio. So yeah, it's all about the Philosopher's Stone, isn't it? The quest for the Fountain of Youth, eternal life. Did they find it then? Who even knows? So yeah, it looks a bit like that's a proper Phoenician nose on there. Mercury, got the old wing hat on. But yeah, doesn't really look like a man at all. But it looks like the loads of Phoenicians that we see on the side of buildings. Is that? So demons, angels, and other entities share jinn and stuff on a zodiac chart. And a lot of people think that all of these are real. You see Mercury with his Zeus with his fasces. And then there's the stairway to heaven. Check this out. So that's got to be about spiritual ascension, hasn't it? Gratia, gratitude, pointing at this kingdom of heaven, this bearded dude welcoming you. Well done, well played, sorted, Spurs. I don't think so. So we got 600 watching. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. Much love to you all. Lady Di said that. Yeah, she did say that, apparently, and I can remember her saying it as well. So it's not just words on the screen. Excuse me. So, I'm wondering what this book is. Spiritus Animi, all sorts of things. And it's chained into all of these alchemical ceremonies, but every one of them is, well, not every one of them, but most of them are the breeding, if you like, of a homunculus in a vial. So I think that's what they were doing. 2 homunculus here, breeding a race of beings. Homunculus. And it's definitely the information in there. Maybe that's us, homunculus. Who even knows? Totem dance. So apparently, and post-mortem, which I don't think is a thing actually, I just think that's now, and they have a party, and then I get down tonight. Then bone time, dry our bones and have a party. Totem dancage. Check out the holy hat. So I wonder where they get all these jewels, and how the fuck are they cutting? Whoa, didn't think of that before. How are they cutting this jewelry back then? Look how they're doing it now. Oh my God, how did they do it back then? I didn't think of that before. I have to look into that. This must have been a shit day in history. I can't even believe they did this. So the Germans decided to take over Russia. This is the build-up of Operation Barbarossa, as you know, and it all went to shit in a handbag. Stalingrad, he should have stayed away from. But all was good in the beginning. They thought, oh yeah, we're going to take it all over, like the expanses of Russia, and then we can just have a massive, massive, massive Germany. And well, the rest is history. But they were very optimistic about it all. I thought it was, most people thought it was a ridiculous idea because basically history repeats. Did you see when Napoleon tried this shit to go across the abysmal plain, if you want to call it, to Moscow? Because it's a flat plain of thousands of miles. Fuck all. Ugh. Who else remembers spending entire days roaming through the woods, creeks and trails, free, curious, and on your own, and without a care in the world, and without any worries of any weirdness? How many of us live like that? I didn't even want to go home, you know, all day long and all night long in the summer. God, your mother would be like, Martin, trying to get me in. And be like, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes. It's like the worst thing in the world, you've got to go back in and leave your friends after the best day you ever had in your life. They don't do that now, they've got computers, haven't they? I just did a level of Metal Gear Solid. I'm feeling so epic right now. It's not very healthy, but I'm feeling really epic. Louisiana State Bank Asylum. Oh my God, look at that one. Phew, that looks ancient to be in Louisiana. So I'm not sure. This is the lion, obviously, on a celestial sphere type affair. But what's this? It's a goat, and a goat, and a mermaid, a serpenty goat. What else we got going on? Just critters. Oh, you're nice. What are you doing? I'm going to jump from a plane over enemy territory in the second wave. And she's like, congratulations. So he's going to go off to Pegasus Bridge, drop. Probably, actually, this was Operation Market Garden, which was a complete failure. Yeah, I think it is. And the Queen Mother, who I've seen, she waved at me, and she went like that. Hello, I'm going to eat you. She never said I'm going to eat you, but that's the buzz I was getting. Oh, she was lovely. I'm sure they don't eat children. Oh, let's have a look at this old carriage of the past by, he's Burger in Nurga. Ooh. It's got like Phoenician dragon on the front. A look. The breathed stuff. So what was his propulsion? I wonder what propelled it. I may have to keep that and have a little decipher of that old German. So yeah, it's got no propulsion, but it's moving forward. Maybe steam powered. Interesting. Triumphal carriage of Nuremberg, says J. Does it say what his propulsion is? J? I don't think you could actually see all of that. It's all German as well. Anybody? I got his Nuremberg. Anyway, let's move on. Trippy. Okay, what's going on here? Got some Phoenicians. One of them is identical. It looks like Elizabeth I, who's doing a deal with, I don't know, but it's definitely got devil's horns hat on and devil's claws and poofy woofies. So definitely doing a bit of dealing with the old devil. It would appear. Maybe wrong. So yeah, fucking born in the wrong decade, wasn't I? Jesus fucking Christ, look at her with a knife there. Grace Flick with her fucking paisley trousers on and that knife. So yeah, no chance now then. Fucking hell. She's like 70 odd now, and she, I don't know. It's the boat on Grace Flick. Fuck. Shalom, peace. So what's it mean? So it's memory in Greek, but it's chaos in whatever language this is. And peace means destroy the authority attached to chaos. So I think I can say peace now. Okay, I started saying peace again. Usually I thought it might be something negative in it, like peace, like a piece of you, peace. But it may be all right. Dunno. So City Hall in Winnipeg in Canada. Looks like the ones in Michigan. It's the same old affair. Red brickers, stripes, tarry and stuff. That column. Whew. Madness. Size of this bugger. Is that the same one? Sure is. So it goes deeper down, look. I have seen another photo of this. This is the front bit before. Yeah. Wow, it's a monster, isn't it? Look at the size of that bugger. Earthquake proof, flood proof. All of these bottom bits, these, solid bits at the bottom can handle water. Thought of it when they designed them. So yeah, this club that they're all in together. I noticed here Lady Di. I think they might be at Wimbledon or some concert. See George Michael. I think that looks like it might be Elton John. I'm not sure. I'm still standing. And Lady Di, I'm not sure what. I wonder what he's saying to a David Bowie. She looks very interested. Oh, they're all friends together. Thank you, Uno. Good to see you, my friend. So yeah, these are in Jerusalem. I think they're mud flood images, but people say, these burial things have definitely been dug out of the mud. Look at them. That's blasted to get into it. So yeah, they're supposed to be tombs in Jerusalem, ancient. But you can see that they just cut that bit out there. I bet it was all just dirt, and that thing was mud flooded. And it's probably all the rest underneath as well. Probably. But look at that. Melted wall. Look at that. This is look at that in the background. You sure that's Jerusalem? Anyway, somebody blasted their way in the front of that, haven't they? Wow. A bit like they did with the Pyramid of Giza. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at the spinning, chi spinning, onion dome, spiral. Just drive that chi under fire. Oh my God. All of it. So yeah, it's like, I bet these are made of some sort of ceramic tiles, which, as you know, are used in electrical conductivity, like a spark plug sort of thing. Wow. The music returns of the Great Exposition. Christ, that grass is long. Considering they're only supposed to be there for a short period of time. Can't tell you which exposition, but an American one. Wow. It's beautiful. Oh, look at these color images of the exposition. These are fantastic. Them trees are proper established for something that was temporary. Looking at that big wheel, I'd say this was the Chicago Columbian Exposition by the look of it. I'll tell you on another image in a minute. Look at that. Wow. That's made in a way of a ship as well. I bet you these are marble. There's no way this thing's just temporary. It's dirty as shit. Look at it all. It's been there time. Look at these landing platforms for balloons. Some sort of prism in the top, like a lighthouse thing. Probably for lights for the balloons, like red, green, come in, like they do for shipping. That makes sense. The old ladderline. The old hand in the coat. We found it. God, that looks old, really old. 1930. I'm not sure where that is. Beautiful example of the old world. Check this out. Wow, look at this. This is the Columbia Exposition, all right. Bunko booths, ticket sales thing, I guess. Okay, and it's definitely a Moorish feel with this. This looks a little bit like San Marco Square in Venice, a little bit like it. I guess it's meant to be. So that one is all washed out. Oh, it must have been fantastic back then. You know, compared to now. Urban graffiti sort of fucks things up. Check this out, Paris. Again, a really tiny, bloody Eiffel Tower. Oh, wow. I got close-ups of this fountain. It's infinitely trippy, the things that are going on in there. I've talked about them already. Wow, all right, then it's all of Paris, but in colour. Wow. Fucking hell. It's probably some of the best I've seen so far. Jesus. There's a lot going on there, on that upper deck, than there's usually there. So look at that. So there's a couple of restaurants and one at the top as well. Okay, I need a drink. So what do they do all day? Sit around in the exposition, looking at the beautiful surroundings. As I posted this week, or last week now, a lot of these buildings are still around. So trams, they still got a lot. Haven't got trams here in my city, but they got them a lot up north in Britain, places like Manchester and Nottingham. Got the tram. Oh, look at this for Phoenician stuff. So that is like built for the expositions when it looks really bleeding dirty to me. It's been there for many, many years. Seashells in the background, the whole thing again. Somebody chasing people's angels, chasing people, pointing the finger. What are they saying? Flat earther. Don't know. God, what's on the top of that? Big aerial. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of detail on this one. Let's have a look. Seems to be a lot of like, naked people, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, they went to the moon, didn't they? That'd be interesting. I can't wait to see that CGI bullshit they're going to show us, saying it's the fucking moon. They're never going to go anywhere. They're not going to go up there. They can't go up there. There's a barrier. Nobody is going up there. Look at her, mind control victim. So I just goofed off and forgot. Did you beat space? Yeah, I've been to space. Was it good? Yeah. It's like, is it smelly in the ISS? My socks are smelly. It smells of weed too. But it's really smelly, actually. So yeah, this is what I say for all NASA and space people is your pants are on fire. Okay, this is my truthometer. Pants on fire. Let me vacuum up all the bullshit before you keep talking. That's what I should do. NASA stands for never a straight answer. What is Mars? It's a chocolate bar. And they're not tasty either. See, I used to be my karaoke was Life on Mars, David Bowie, but not being like Flat Earther. I don't think that'd be good to do. Hi, Ray Mudflood. See you. And Ryan. Everyone is a Flat Earther. Oh, they was born a Flat Earther. They just don't know it yet. I know that's coming. Okay. And this is pictures of Holland before they went into the water in a catastrophic flood in the 1700s. You're going to see now. See all the people on their roof. Again, the others, yeah, them, fucking everything up and causing floods. They show you the Phoenicians blowing wind in, arrows, and then everything is ruined. All of this big old masonry in Holland, as you can see. They show you that it's deliberate. But everything you see in green there in Holland and Flanders there, can you see? All of that was underwater. And it took some time for the water to recede. Check it out. A large part of Holland that went under in the flood. And it looked like that, I guess. Wasser. Church tops just sticking out of the water. So could it happen again? Could we have a big flood again? Wow, place is full of water. You know, I'm in a little island myself. So solve et collugia, and they're having a Masonic symbol on their book there, and they're all in their Masonic regalia. What the symbols mean? Solomaic, anyway, isn't it? Magic spells. And all their gang, which is angels, the all-seeing eye, like I said, seeing everything all of the time, constant. And the Masonic pillars, Jacques and Boas. These pictures I thought were interesting of the cable that goes apparently from California, San Francisco, to Hawaii, then across the Pacific, and then it goes to Japan. Apparently there's this cable, like the Atlantic cable that the Great Eastern laid. There's apparently one going under the Pacific. It's mind-boggling to think that. But when you look at it, side slice, yeah, you guessed it. It's the same as the fasces, a church window, because it's the same technology. That's a fasces looking into it. for submarine cables right the way along the bottom of the Pacific. Find that unimaginable feat of engineering. Probably old world Tatarian all down there already. Think of it as Tatarian fiber optics. There they are. So they had the same thing under the Atlantic, apparently. I wonder what happens to the mid-Atlantic mountain range. Does it go over a mountain, down a valley at the other side? I don't know how that fucking shit works. Or is it just a plain, like a flat plain under the water? Not sure. Fasces under the Pacific. It's bonkers. Anyway, we move on. Bucharest, I've got some beautiful Tatarian buildings. Glass roof on this one. Imperial Eagles. Let's have a look. And they had a great exposition in Bucharest. A lot of European cities did. So that is that. Beautiful. Okay. And it was in 1906. So America had expositions 1906, and there was also ones up and running in Europe at the same time. Same buildings, same Phoenician infrastructure, same everything apparently being built everywhere in the world. That makes no fucking sense. The world is developing apparently. The population's just coming along, 1800s. Why does that make even any sense? There's supposed to be hardly anyone around before then. Bucharest 1906. Look at these things here. What if they spin around? Oh, they are. 1906, maybe radio antennas. Radio's about just 1906. So yeah, it is again on there. Weird aerial thing going on. Okay. So yeah, these buildings look pretty old to be exposition stuff, don't they? The Roman Arch Bucharest. Oh, crazy. Look at that for an exposition building. See, it looks all old to me and weathered. The trees, okay, maybe. How would you even put a tree in that big? That's like a couple of years growth there. You put them in little sticks like these. This is like a big tree. I don't know. Maybe it's built around it. That's it. The annual Roman amphitheater type of thing. My God, look at it. Huge. Oh, yeah, apparently they're doing this in Europe. Apparently they're doing this in America. And the world's developing and building its cities. This is looking, this picture here, at Tower Bridge in London. And it's a strange perspective I haven't seen before. It's crazy. Crazy bridge that is. Love to visit that bridge when I go to London. So yeah, this is probably the opening. If you ask any tourist how old you think that bridge is, they think it's infinitely old, but apparently it's Victorian, like late Victorian, like 1880s. There's photographs of it being built, so there's that. Hands up who likes yellow. You got a favourite yellow track? Mine's Boss Witch, probably, or Oh Yay. Oh Yeah. Anyway, they're not for everybody, but yellow are some of my all-time favourite group. If one for yellow, there wouldn't be techno music. Fact. If you want for yellow, there would be no Chemical Brothers, there would be no Orbital or anything. They invented it. This is the Welsh movie, again, probably filmed in Wales. Apocalypse Now in a Minute, starring Michael Sheen, Marlon Brandauer, and Robert Dafoe. And it's directed by Francis Ford Coppola. So that's the Welsh version of Apocalypse Now. It's fucking awesome, actually. You should see it. Yeah. Nobody dies, though, which is standard. So I wonder what these Aboriginal people are thinking when they draw this picture. It's got toroidals, it's got Mount Meru, Four Angels, Inertia Plain, Mount Meru North and South. It's got the whole thing in it. How could they possibly know that? Anybody? It's just amazing to me, actually. Right, I'm going to come back for a minute. And check the time out on everything, because I've done 3 videos this week. Got 577 of you. Templars. Oh yeah, that's something I don't talk about. Touches is one of my favorite albums. Favorite Yellow album. I love Stella. Oh my God, there's just so many. In fact, the back catalogue of Yellow is really, really big. I've got them all. Love Yellow. Right then, let's give you a few of you shouts in chat. We are getting 2 hours into this now. I'm not going to go 3 hours because I've already done a 3 hours video on Tuesday that everyone's yet to catch up on. Yeah, Dave's cool. Okay, let's have a look what Ray's saying. Steps, great group, got all your records. No, that's completely untrue. I've got any of your records. It was terrible. No. Bring back H. All is forgiven. Ether. Johnny. Ether's there. Yo, good to see you. Hippie Shape is talking to our Ray Medfled. Good to see you, my friend. Dr. Kevin. Pamela, good to see you, lovely. She's doing a meow. Woof, woof. Ryan. Love the show, Martin. Thank you, Ryan. Make sure to catch up with my videos this week. They've been juicy too. And like I said, make your own mind up of who you think it is. I don't think there's any particular entity you could point a finger at and call it a name. I don't think that's going on at all. I think it's way more spiritual realm than that. Wink, wink. Of what I think is going on. Kevin Bacon, good to see you. Love your movies. The Biobis God. You can starve yourself as long as you want to never see what you have on DMT. Max Maximus. Liddy's in the house. Good to see you. What was what necessary? Yeah, there's a big change in reality coming. I feel it in my water. Morgan, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ezekiel, good to see you. Ask a friend. 8 cannabis, good health, is used in good proportion. 420. I concur. Cannabis, the glue that holds this shit together. Fact. Jay, futuristic images. I got some images I'm going to share now of these punch. Now, they're satirical. They're from the 1850s. Got a book of them over there. And they are showing you, like, the, you know, what's happening in that period, all of the propaganda and the psyops. And it's nothing new under the sun. Same shit that's going on now. With all of the protests and people moaning and everything. Ugh. It's no fun. Scott Pike, good to see you. Princess, good to see you. Much love to everybody in chat. Thank you for being here. Don Bartle. Look into it. Sweet as that. Okay. Thank you, Hippie Shake, for sharing my coffee ting. Axel, good to see you. Lovely. That looks like a plasma burst. Nice in my flamey fire. Oh, it's lovely and warm on the back of my neck. Oh, it's lovely. It's good. Feels real. Thank you, Jackie. I'm late. Oh, never mind. I won't be around too much longer. I'll show you some of these, but there's like loads of them. I don't want to be there an hour looking at fucking punch satirical pictures from the 1800s, although they are fantastic, some of them. Random fucking fun. Nice one. Steps. Okay, let's move on. Kathy's in the house as well. John Leo's in the house. And I can't say that name. It's just too weird. Are we going to go through reset again? Love you, Matt. Not in the form of, I don't think that all of reality would be like smashed. But yeah, there's going to be a completely new paradigm and thought of. It's got to be changed. That should be our main priority. Donkeys never protest. Oh, Chrissy. I love donkeys. They never protest and they moan. They're lovely. Thank you, Jackiel. Well, some epic truths drops. There's been a lot of epic truth drops this week. There have, Bob. Only all of humanity, not that I do want all of humanity showing up, but if they did see, they'd be like, oh, fucking hell. Okay. So what we got here is these punch satirical. They're like cartoons. Like I said, I've showed you a box. Excuse me, 2 seconds. Super duper important. Make sure to share this out if you would. Okay. Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings. That's what bells do, don't they? Ring. So yeah, check out this balloon. It's got Phoenician stuff all over it, and it's being heated by hot air. So, and bet you got the like Egyptian column thing going on there in a muddy environment. So yeah, check the skyscrapers in the background there. That's the Flatiron building. So I'm going to hurry through because there's a lot to see. But when this, look at this. What you do see is reset. What you do see is the divide, the class system, the us, them. He's pickpocketing her. And you see a lot of, you know, sort of these sharing out the, in this case, the map. We'll have a little piece of this, we'll have a little piece of that. They're all matching off with bits of the map, which is something they actually do because they create borders and steal countries. And they don't give them back. How would I know that? Because I live in Wales. So. Okay, so that looks like the Chinese are chasing the Germans off, but they buddied up, didn't they, after they were all like in it together. When you get to like 1940s, oof, what's this? Like I said, there's the shells there though on the shoulders, infinitely trippy these. Full of clues. Ooh, I don't know what to say about that, no comment. But they look like dog heads, don't they, with jesters' hats on, with bells on them. Bells on the hats as well. That's something else. Yeah, jesters have bells on the hats, don't they? It's interesting. Didn't think of that. Okay. So what's going on here? Taking rocks away in a cart with loads of people. They're all speaking French. Everyone's carting rocks away, is it? Okay, why are they carting rocks away? Is it hard labor? Oh, they look like they're enjoying themselves, actually. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, fucking hell, look at this. I don't know. The French Revolution happens. So like I said, they're infinitely trippy and they're full of coding. Make your own mind up, but that one's a definite flood of some sort. And time's up. He's gone. Time's up. The boss gets in his work. US Customs tariff wall smashing through there. Oh shit, fucking hell. That's ongoing as well, isn't it? That's just happened as well. History's always repeating. So somebody's turning up in a balloon, which is expected. It's transported to Tyria, I guess. A day with a serious congressman. Congress. I think the clue is in the title. Congressman. Oh, you got the dub from above just turned up, look. Oh, it's an owl, don't worry. So they're all speaking in French, so let's move on. Oh, shit. St. George in the Defiance in the North Sea here. A view of the shipwreck. Oh, my God. I went to shit in a handbag, didn't I? It's the North Sea. It's a place you don't want to play. It's horrible. Horrible anytime. Fuck. Excuse my language. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to say, really. It's just too weird for my Brian, actually. Oh, look, they got Uncle Sam by gunpoint. Is it the French? All a question of scale we do it on. Oh, yeah, right. The big scale. So, yes, Uncle Sam, he's handing over his wallet. He's getting shot. He's getting robbed. Everyone's getting robbed. Wow. That's where the courts are for, isn't it? Getcha. So banks there, quite interesting. Again, another Phoenician term, the bank. Bank of a river. All right, they're doing some more sharing out of the map now. France and Germany, Saxony, and they're weighing up gold. Who's having what? Because they're all in it together. Oh, Napoleon's over here, look. Napoleon's little red kid going, Napoleon, Napoleon. It's really weird. The Royal Brewery, how to cook a wife. How to cook a wife. What? What? Oh, cook a wife. Oh, yeah. Well, that makes a lot more fucking sense. Jesus. Hang on. Did the devil have a fasces? Not an axe. Okay. Wow. I don't know. It says fuck. No, it says puck. Don't worry. Let's have a look. They look like a load of congressmen owning a special little club. Corruption. Rock. Corruption, it says on his legs. Lobby. Demon. Godism. Demonogodism. What the fuck is that? Magnetic pad. What? Statesman. Pacific bonds. Okay, so we get that, government corruption. But what the fuck is a magnetic pad for a bib? Think. Yeah, it looks a bit Trumpy, doesn't he? I don't know what the magnetic plate is. So he's crying. He's lost all his clothes, been all blown off. He's got the old Phoenician Emperor's cape. But he's like, where did it all go wrong? Fuckers. So, yeah, it's a bit like Game of Thrones, but change of management's always going to be a bit rocky. Roll out with that bleeding AI, all of the rest of it. There's just so many changes all in a quick period of time. There's Uncle Sam there. What's he up to? Sold to Uncle Sam last year's goods to the amount of squillions: England, Italy, Austria and France, Germany and Russia. Everyone's giving their stuff. Business is business though, mate. Making you very, very rich. Wow, shit. That was in the 1850s. Me, some things don't change. Check these. Wow. That's 1885 in this image. Republican Hotel. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you anything that's going on. It's all too much in my head. Public office in the public trust. Halfway house. So yeah, these oh yeah, fucking hell, these are Morris dancers. Hang on, so the Morris dancer's a bloke with a dress on. He sat on a safe, and there's a maypole behind him, and Morris dancers, and one or two also in little numbers, dancing around the maypole. Millionaires Snug Harbour. Fucking hell. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I was apprehensive of starting to look at these pictures, because there's so much going on. I just can't do it. It's just too much. You can obviously screen save these and look for yourself. Look at the buildings there, guys. Look at the buildings. Retaliation Row. Or Relation Row. Let's have a look what we got here. Wow. Down with the swindlers. 19th cousin preferred. She's up there in a tower. Lovely garden. Cheap goods. Now open. Off the back of a wagon. 10,000 goods cost 5,000. Is that what it is? Or not? Cost not. Loss nil. Fucking hell. So yeah, as you can see, they've been at it a long bloody time. Wow. Wow. Fasces. Eagle wings open. This coming term will end the first 100 years. Shall this century begin with Washington at the head of the government, end in disgrace by James Blaine in the sacred chair? He's got his hand, this is Honest Abe, and he's got his Masonic hand. American flag draped on a chair between two fasces and Labrise. Again about corruption. They tell you everything about the fucking what happened with the fucking dollar, the federal dollar, and everything else in these pictures. It's just too cluey. I haven't seen too many American ones before, if I'm honest. I got English ones, British ones. The Grand Coaching Parade in the season of Hogan's Alley. Shit things going on. Post no bills. Not even $3 bills. So much going on there. Fucking hell. So again, Harlequin. It's got Medusa on a shield. And a lot of this is in English, but or what they do to them. Is this England? Feeding her gunpowder. I think that's supposed to be Boudicca. Oh, it's just too much to fucking absorb, I'm afraid. Sheesh. Anyway, I don't want to set the world on fire. I'm not sure what that big blue orb is, but it's on fire. They just had enough and set the globe alight. The deploy, what's this? It's a machine, astronomic machine, 1784. Afraid I don't know. So the bear is usually Russia. Jack Frost attacking Boney. So that's Russia and the offensive I talked about earlier, the campaign with Napoleon, when he lost all, going to an empty Moscow, greedy, and lost everything. So if the Boer War cost Britain all that money, what would a world war cost? Figure it out. Holy shit. That was only 14 years late, 12 years later. Fucking hell. They were already thinking about it. The Great War, First World War, the war to end all wars, they said. But it wasn't, was it? Just the start. Silver coinage, free craze. Fucking hell. So, yeah, what's going on with the Jack in a Box anyway? I spoke to my friend about it. It's just so traumatic, isn't it? Giving a kid a Jack in a Box and then you get like the shock factor and horrible noise with it as well. There's a lot of toys with these nasty sound vibration things going on. It's all pattern mind control, I'm sure it is. They do a lot with toys, mind control shit. Definitely, no doubt about it. Oh, God. Totally Phoenician. No, he looks like Rasputin. Jesus. So, yeah, like I said, there's a lot going on. So, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping this up very shortly. Oh, somebody broke the mirror. Why would they break the mirror? Heap, heap, meep, meep. They're meepers. Heapers. They're not meepers. And they're not beepers, they're heapers. That's a whole new thing. Let's check this clock out. What's going on here? Capital. Fixing the time. Sent 5 to 4. They're fixing the time. Okay. There's Uncle Sam and the Eagles dreaming of, looks like going off and battering everyone. Standard, you know. Oh God! Somebody never bought the TV fucking license, and they've come around. Apparently, they're saying, you got to have a license to watch YouTube. It's like you are YouTube that it's like American owned. You mean? Don't think they see it like that. So fuck in. Excuse my language. What? Union, the Sonic handshake, Sonic handshake. Whiskey punch. They're all triumphant about all the money they've chiseled off us and they're having a big fuck off party. That's exactly what's going on there. Not too many women there though, is there? That'd be shit, wouldn't it? Just pointing out at you. Just little dudes. Fucking horrible. Anyway, a little music français. So it's a squeeze box. All that music is depressing, I guess. I don't know. It all sounds a bit. Everything sounds depressing in French music. No offense, Ben, but Edith fucking Piaf. Jesus. She had to be the theme tune for the World War. She's so depressing. I'm just saying. Didn't she recently die? Probably not. That was First World War. Second World War. Absolutely pissing down outside. Look at these otherworldly beings that I mentioned, the shit that they do. He's lost his cape, though. His blue cape. He hasn't got a red cape. She's protecting them with the cape so they don't get fried from above. Justice. Republicans. So that's just politically motivated. It's the left and the right again. Republicans and Democrats. It's just, I don't know, it's just stupid. Demonocracy. So it's not even a fucking democracy, but a fucking sham. Republican. Go down the pub and get a lick down there. Be a Republican then. Can you? On a pub and get a lick. Oh, yeah. This is how it all ended in the French Revolution, wasn't it? They chopped all the elites' heads off and shit, didn't they? Or went shit in the handbag, the proper revolution. So they say. There's that picture. The warm birth of an old administration. That says it all. Just says it all. Panadorium. That's called up there. Well, it's the dog heads. Prevalent in all these as well. You always see the dog head with the devil. Like he's like the actual race of people. Maybe they were, or maybe they still are. Maybe they're just. We just don't see it. Out of frequency for us. Jesus. Haven't everyone in the world had a guts full of all this bullshit already? It's unfucking believable. How long has it got to go on? Wow. Give us our realm back. Oh, fuck me. Warm water for courage, Johnny. I'm not even gonna go there. They're curing him. Courage, Johnny. They're curing you. Oh boy. I think that's just more bloodletting. They sort of thought that they'd get, down to the humours, isn't it? Bloodletting. Let the bad blood out. It just knows automatically to leave the body. Wow, they had toys back then. Oh shit. Metaphorial, yes. Yes, bloodletting. Political cartoonist. That's funny. Political cartoonist. Guess what I'm showing? Political cartoons. Funny that, isn't it? Bit of a quinky dink. Sink. The eagles there. Palace of Peace. Got a Scotsman with a ship behind his back. He's got a cannon behind his back. He's got a telescope behind his back. They're sneaking in with all weapons behind their backs. I somehow think this is not going peacefully. I think there's going to be fisticuffs in there. Wow, just fucking insanity. They're beautifully made, these, aren't they? The period. But it's just too much going on. Like I said, to concentrate on 100 of these would take me an hour solid. Coming to 2.5 hours of this post. And I've already done 3.5 hours of videos this week alone. So there's that. Ugh, the spectacles. Jesus, look at this. Old house prices. Okay, old house prices. Gotcha. Looks like you got Napoleon's nose there. Napoleon's conqueroonie. So that's the press. So yeah, the power of the written pen, isn't it? It causes a lot of trouble. Propaganda. Everyone reads the press back in the day and believes it, I guess. So yes, they've been fleecing everyone for a long, long time. What do they do with all that fucking money? Spend it all on just fancy shit? I don't think so, somehow. What do they do? Just bugs me. So, yeah, again, gimme, gimme, gimme. That's what he's after. He wants stuff. And the show goes on. Nothing new is actually under the sun. So it looks like Napoleon had his sights on return from exile, and he's pointing at the White House. Well, I don't think that would have ever happened. Because the White House didn't actually, the Capitol building didn't actually exist when Napoleon lived. That's interesting then, isn't it? Why is Napoleon, who's out of reference for time, for the Capitol building existed, especially with the dome on top, completed in 1866. How come he's in this? It's very fanciful then, isn't it? That's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, tariffs, bills, and chopping everyone's heads off and putting them in baskets. What's this then? Royal. Is that registry? Can you see what that is? I think that's an E. Royal Rec Radisson. I can't really work that out. Maybe somebody else can see what it says. Blow it up. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, it's just shit and handbag, isn't it? What's that word? Oh, it's a dot after it. R-E. Doesn't matter anyway, does it? Fucking hell, look at them on the heel. Them Spurs. Whew. So yeah, she seems happy about it. All seems pretty normal. Mrs. Milligan's. Oh, I love a pint of Miss Milligan's. That looks like my kind of gaff. Nice pint of ale. And they're saying, stop in the name of money. 1896. Bryant's Principal Silver Free Riot. Oh, Jesus. So it looks like a lot of people being greedy for a long, long while. It's all been ongoing. Same as it is now. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. And you may find yourself living in a beautiful home with a beautiful wife. They are weird. They are very, very weird. There's a lot going on. I've got like a book full of them. They're much better than them. 1853 book. Greta, good to see you. Winter, Pittsburgh. It's all cold there, is it? Laura arrived late. I'll be going soon, Laura. I'm very sorry. Got stuff I've got to get on with. Dallas Fowler. Giving the Queen head. Not what she wanted. It's what you would have wanted. India. Good to see you, lovely. Royal Recarnation, maybe. Oh, it could have been. I can't work it out, to be honest with you. Better late than never. Yeah. I'm always agreeing with that. Better late than never. Spot on. It's all a commentary. Truth juice. It's all the very best. So yeah, it's been lots of juice coming out of Flat Earth British this week. Make sure to catch up on all these videos. Keep an eye on my community page for things happening, and I'll keep you all updated on anything as and when it changes. Yeah, Wiggly Flat Thumbs. Ray. Patrick, my brother. You in Turkey? Turkey watching. It's good to see you, my friend. Still banging them out there, my brother. So Bethany, much love to you, Sublurious Broad of Ely. Marticus, Particus, Putin and Pie. No, it's not that one, was it? I knew. Oh, Valentine's is coming up on the 14th, isn't it? Apparently, that's more fucking ripping people off for money. Get some daffodils. Give people daffodils. Just give. Joseph Maxwell, I used to like him back in the day. What's that? Have you guys ever heard of Santos Bonacci? Well, yeah, I think we have steps. I think he's like one of the community. He's been for like 10 years. So yeah, we definitely know him. Matt Crane. He's a Wiggly flat-thumbist as well, and a Tatarianist as well. It's an Tatarian movement. Royal Recreation, was it? Oh, Royal Recreation. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, thanks for that, Johnny. Royal Recreation. There you go. Basically, what I've been talking about all this post. Thank you. I hope you do enjoy that. Thank you, Kathy. So, yeah, I got to get going. Bye. Pointing at Tartars. Yeah, you want to see World War II, how many Tartars were deported from the Ukraine in World War II? Like millions. Oh, they all disappeared. They were getting rid of Tartars in World War II as well, you know, guys. Look into it. There's documentaries on YouTube about it. What the Germans did to the Tartars in the Ukraine. Just Google it. So if you think the thing Tartaria is not real, well, why are they fucking deporting them and getting rid of them on such a mass scale in World War II there? And one. There's that. We can't ignore. My head is spinning. It's always spinning, but I'm all right and grounded. I'll have a nice bovril now. I like to live life on the edge. Fucking bovril. My flatted night bovril. Okay, thanks for being here, guys. And I've literally got loads of stuff left to post, but it's just a time aspect, man. I can't do like 4 or 5 hour posts all the time, so I'm just gonna have to do loads of smaller ones. Because I've been collecting a shit ton of stuff, and I've got loads of stuff written down I actually share with you, but too much for one post, I'm afraid. Let them off with a warning. Aye, all right. Tartars love their tarts. Good for them. Best can't fault them, actually. Second pre-roll. Awesome, it is. I'm not really bothering because it's like flat. They're doing this. New West Reset upcoming show tomorrow. Shared by Hippie Shake. Okay, I got to get going. So thank you for being here, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, okay? And like this video if you did like this video. And share it out if you think it's shareable. That's been me. Flat with British on a flat day, bringing the love and vibration, the common sense, hopefully. And all those good, delicious things. Because that's what we're doing, delicious. That's what we want. We want delicious. We want delicious. And we want it now. There you are. Only without the anger. Yeah, that's right. So, Mad Skills, good to see you, my friend. Nice one. Thank you for being here. Betty, thank you for that lovely comment. I pinned it earlier. It was really beautiful of you to say. And loves the community so much. Check the comment. Well, Betty said about us. Give us some loves. Crutches. Yeah, Crimea. Yeah. So, thanks, Ray. Thanks, Dax. Yeah, no, it is Royal Recreation. No, we got that one. Thanks for your help there, lovely. Yeah, it's good to catch a live. They are a good buzz, isn't they? Anyway, when I finish this, my head will be zinging and I won't be able to sleep for ages. Because that happens every single flat day. Occupational hazard, my friend. It's like when you've done a gig and you've been playing like on stage in front of like so many people. I'm sure like Led Zeppelin didn't go bed. So I'm not comparing me to Led Zeppelin, just saying. Melissa, good to see you. Wiggly Flat Firms, have a beautiful night, rest of Sunday. Yeah, have a great weekend, guys. I'll be back very soon. Keep an eye on my community page. All the good things that are happening, I will keep you informed of, obviously, and keep that vibration up. Stop telling tales about Santos and everything else. Just keep it cool. Keep it groovy. It's the only way to be. Thanks, Patrick. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks, Beth. Bethage. Thanks. And everyone else. Right there, I'm gone. See you on the next one. Boom Shankar. I mean, the seed of your loins be forever fruitful and valuable, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.